is day 100 of my house hunting, because at this point I'm no longer counting. I've been going out every single day with no hope of anything. So this is a mini estate with blocks of flats, but I couldn't access the apartment I came here to see because unfortunately the person with the key was not available, so I moved over to the next. One thing I would advise when house hunting is to always ask for pictures and videos of the apartment you are going to see, because I really don't know what it with agents showing you uncompleted buildings. To be honest, most of all these agents, they are just after your inspection fee, so I would advise to always ask for videos and pictures so you would make sure that what you are going to see is at least up to standard of what you like. So when I got to this particular building, it was not so bad from what I can see they are doing, but you really cannot tell because the house is not completed, and I don't like paying for houses halfway done, because at the end of the day I don't know how the finishing is going to be like, the type of materials they're going to use to finish up the house. And I saw this particular apartment as of first week of March, and the agent said they're going to take about 3 weeks to get it done. I'm making this video as of 26th April, and this apartment is still not done. They kept on posting this apartment frequently. The agent that brought me here was always posting it, stating that it will be ready in 3 weeks time, and till now the apartment is still not ready. So you can imagine if I had paid for this. You guys, I almost paid for a haunted apartment. So here is a little backstory on this. The previous day, an agent called me that I had this very nice apartment and is within my budget and I'll totally love it. So I decided to go check it out. I knew something was off when I got to the house, and they told me that I couldn't make video of the apartment because they didn't want the house to be all over the place. I kind of understood, because I felt probably they don't want a lot of agents bringing their clients there until we got into this building. Immediately I stepped into the house, I felt a kind of a cold shiver. I was feeling hot, but when I stepped into this apartment, I felt cold instantly with goosebumps all over my body. The apartment was really nice and also within my budget. Like, the price was too good to be true. Now, the first shock was when I was checking out one of the rooms and someone tapped me behind. Like, I felt someone tapped me behind. I was thinking it was my sister, and then I turned, but there was nobody behind me because my sister was in one of the other rooms. Like, the house was really nice, but the atmosphere was quite strange. I told the agent I couldn't make a decision and I have to get back to him the next day. 2 days later, I went back to the area with my sister and pretended like wanted to get something at the store close by. Then I asked the owner of the store if the area usually have light, because I wanted to take an apartment close by. I pointed at the apartment. So next thing, the guy was like, "Fine girl, you go sabi talk to ghosts." I was like, what? What do you mean by that? He just started smiling, and then he told me that he wouldn't really advise me to take the apartment, but I can go ahead if I really like it. I just knew that was my cue to run. I'm so glad I trusted my instinct and I didn't went ahead to make payment for the apartment. So I saw this very nice apartment. Everything about this apartment ticked the box for me, aside the very tiny kitchen. It was so airy, the view was amazing. This was exactly what I wanted, but unfortunately it was way above my budget and I just couldn't deal. You guys, this was another apartment that I really liked, but the location was a turn off. It was a really big turn off for me. Aside the fact that the street was untied, the distance to get to this apartment was just so out of reach. I don't know if that's the correct word for it, but it was so inside. Also, there were about 3 hefty dogs in the compound. You could hear them barking in the video. And knowing the fact that I'm a content creator, I mostly shoot my content at home, I wouldn't want so much noise. So this was a total no. But everything about the apartment was just giving. It was very nice and cool. So you guys, I got so frustrated I couldn't keep up with recording the whole process because At this point, I really just desperately wanted to get a house, so I had to take it upon myself. I and my sister, we started going around different estates around my area to ask the estate managers and the security guys if there is house available in the estates. So we saw this apartment in an estate that is close to mine. It was a 3-bedroom block of flats, but I was looking to get a 2-bedroom, not a 3-bedroom. But the house was actually very nice, so I was kind of considering it. We spoke to the owner, so I would see if I could just end up taking this particular apartment. But the owner said they wanted a Muslim, and not just that, they wanted 2 years rent, so I had to give it up. So this was the last apartment I saw before I finally secured a place. This apartment, everything about this apartment was off. First of all, there was no network in this apartment. The few minutes I stayed to check out this apartment, my phone was totally out of service. Aside that, the finishing of this house was zero. I didn't understand what was going on. For a brand new apartment, the wardrobes, the kitchen cabinets were shaking. A lot of things were just off. Even the paints were already rubbing off. They used the cheapest of the cheapest quality of materials to do this apartment from what I observed. So it was a total no for me. So this is that I finally secured an apartment. I was so happy. So you guys remember the previous estate I went to that I saw a 3-bedroom block of flat. So apparently the guy that showed us the apartment called us a few weeks later that something came up in the estate. So we got there and they showed me about 3 different apartments, and one of them was within my budget, and I was totally in love with it. And not just that, this estate, I had no idea that this estate was this good.
So all those things you're asking for, they are all here. So pay the money and move.
From what I was told and which I saw with my eyes, there are lots of amazing amenities in this estate, like a polo club, basketball, badminton, horse riding, and there's even a recreational center in this estate for kids. But the security here is so tight. Overall, this is a very nice, calm, and serene environment. I loved the fact that I got a house in this estate. That's it, guys. Stay tuned for an apartment update where I'll be showing you guys the house that I finally picked and how we set up my apartment together. If you made it to this end of the video, I want to say a very big thank you for watching, and please leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe.